Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Disco Elysium. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today. Oh, don't run. I don't want to run. I don't want to run. We want to be peaceful and calm and serene. Because I want to see what happens when you are. Either way, last episode we had a chat with that lady back there. I don't think she ever said her name. Although the game assigns names to characters no matter if they say their name or not. So, we're just gonna make our way back to the whirling in rags. I don't have a bed right now. I don't have a bed. Let's have a chat with this guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
He chants at the gates.
Right to work! Right to work!
This commentary here is again two-pronged. I'm using that word a lot recently. It's a commentary on who we represent. We're the moralists, and the moralists do have problems with people who have causes. But the police itself tends to have problems with certain causes more than others, and specifically when it comes to strikes, it tends to have a problem with strikes. These guys are not striking. He's protesting the strike, which means he either doesn't understand how police works, or his cause is not what he says. So, yeah.
Besides, we're not that different.
He leans closer.
It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
I'm gonna say this, but I have chosen a side. And also, it's silly. I'm a police officer. I have a side already, inherently. I don't think, I'm gonna say, I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers.
Yeah? What do we produce? Tell me.
I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand, though.
He raises his voice and chants.
Right to work!
He raises his voice and chants.
Right to work!
Yeah, he doesn't understand cops. Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here.
He bellows to the gates.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
The loitering man hollers in return. Who are all these strikebreakers? I'm gonna look around.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question.
The lieutenant looks him in the eye.
Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were.
He starts bellowing.
Given a job to do!
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work.
He points to the gates.
We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office.
He points up the stairs.
Door's locked.
The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either.
He points to the dock worker idling on the staircase.
I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? He seemed capable.
Bad.
The man glares at you.
Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you considered storming in, like all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw, a perfect, lightly bearded square edge. What is a strike, anyway?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his worker's overalls. Huh, nice detail. It is uncomfortable. What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we
He raises his fist and starts shouting again.
have the right to work!
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This man is in shape. There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when he mentioned his abs, he actually turned around. That shirt is fit to burst. That thing is like he's just muscle in there. Ill-fitting, what does that mean, though?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Routine, part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect?
His eyes narrow.
Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Get from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know?
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Never heard of it, are you lying? He squints at you. A little spark of violence gutters in his eyes. Then he blinks and turns to his men.
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
Can I not insist?
Right to work! Right to work!
The ostensible leader of the strikebreakers chants furiously.
Shame on you!
Hey, tough guy, I had some more questions. He looks annoyed.
Things are busy enough. You going to waste less of my time?
Maybe.
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
I want to get into the arbor too.
Have fun.
He snorts.
Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hotel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
His reply is snappy and tense. Absolutely nothing?
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work!
He again shakes his large fist and then turns back to you.
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Sure, why not?
Why not? I see numerous reasons not to pick a side in this local matter.
Pity.
He turns around and bellows at the gates.
Let us work!
Okay, I'm just going to leave now. Interesting situation. Manana. What's up with that? Can you tell me a little bit more now that I had a chat with your opposition, I suppose?
Hola, Wandering Man.
He looks at you with soft and hazy eyes.
How can I help you?
You can't. I gotta run. I want to see when people start leaving and going to bed and all that sort of stuff. I want to see if I can use the late hours of the night for some other stuff that might be only available later in the night, or even for, there it is, 21 hours, 2100 hours is when people leave. I think it's when Frit leaves as well, or closes. Hey, I got some junk, or whatever, please let me.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
I'm gonna insert my bottles.
Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Hell yeah. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Man, customer service. Hey, I've never talked to you. He said, welcome to Revachol, I believe. Jump Jams, a populaire musique mag. A glossy magazine, most able-bodied men. This issue hosts a top 10 list. Oh no, they're much hunkier than you. He says, welcome to Revachol again. Oh, that was our physical instrument. Talking, because it was a red check. Hi,
Welcome to Revachol.
announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you. It's addressed to the lieutenant. Hey, I know Revachol. That's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me.
The lieutenant fires back.
My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Yeah, you tell him. He pays you no attention.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Limbo, what's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
I think I like this option in the context of the character that I'm going for. Well, I think we all learned something here, and I'm gonna smile at the Lorry men.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The Lorry man shakes his head with indignation. Ah, dang it, I'm throwing him a bone!
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
I'm sorry, Kim, this character is trash. Now that settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smoldering between his fingers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
I found this mug in the trash. I'm gonna show it to the man, the yellow racist mug that I have. Yours? He stares at the yellow man mug, and then suddenly, he explodes.
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. I haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn.
He wipes the tears from his eyes.
Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
Yeah, what was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
He spits on the ground.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Coalition. So he's squarely in the fascist quadrant of the political spectrum within Disco Elysium. the distinction that he makes immediately to be about biological determinism is what gives it away, because obviously this sort of attitude is just plain old racism. I will bring it to your attention. His name is Racist Lorry Driver. I didn't say anything from the beginning because honestly, I think I think it's my original experience when I met him for the first time of not actually paying attention to his name and then realizing that he's racist, like one sentence or two in, and then reading the name. I think that experience is better. So if you're just listening to it, yes, his name is Racist Lorry Driver. But also the biological determinism here, he puts it in a very specific way. The sorting of the races, natural law. The reason why biological determinism, well, in the racist, or racial, it is racist, but specifically racial theory or attitude or the sort of, I would say philosophy, but really it's just sort of a line of thinking. The reason why it's bogus is because race doesn't actually have anything to do with biology. There's nothing in our biology that dictates our race, not historically and not in modern day. The race is culturally defined. So, yeah.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
Really? Our half-light says. To be honest, I can't really remember what that means. Please explain.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge.
He glances at the lieutenant.
Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Yeah, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Yeah? What's the problem with that, then?
The problem? The damn Kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes.
He throws a sharp glance at Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
And the other intruders species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
So here we determine that Kipts are an actual race or ethnicity, and the mosquitoes here, I do not know if I believe that's a real ethnicity, or at least it's not necessarily an ethnicity. It's at least here in Portugal, it's mostly a slur. So it's a sort of insulting term for people of mixed race. But I think in multiple places of the world it might have different meaning. But let's let him continue.
It's true.
He pushes on.
Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Okay, sure, whatever. I'd really rather talk about something else.
Go right ahead.
The man scratches his heavy-set stomach.
You may be a cop, but that won't help you avoid the calamity to come.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense something there, below. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet, he thinks, wriggled out of it.
He's talking about me. That's our esprit de corps, interpreting what Kim is thinking. Yeah, Kim. What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
I was, Rhetoric. You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
He takes a long drag on his cigarette. You smell of booze and cigarettes. What's different about narcotics?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right?
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then,
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
He puffs on his cigarette. Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most other camionneurs have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking on at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
there was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I'm gonna say nothing.
The man pulls on his cigarette furiously, probably still thinking about mosquitoes and ass cancer.
Probably. If it's not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran.
He spits on the ground.
His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Who's that?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry.
Where do I find him?
Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
The lorryman lets out a raspy croak at his own sense of humor.
Yes, yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him. Just watch yourselves.
He doesn't look at the lieutenant.
His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood.
He nods in a sagely manner, and then another puff of that cigarette.
He's your man, all right. 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
I guess we need to pay Sealang a visit then.
Guess so.
He grins, contented with himself. Yeah, Sealang is not the one doing drugs, or dealing drugs. We're done for now. Because his whole reason is that he is South Samaran? Or something? Either way. There was a truck with spilled goods on the bit. Oh, right there. But I don't remember if it was one of these. But that wasn't available, and now it is.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
I'm gonna look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you, making your eyes sting. The odor mixes with cigarette residue.
What kinds of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crown with wavy rays.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia.
He grits his teeth.
Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
The lieutenant nods towards the racist lorry driver. You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over. He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy? A slightly scared, racist lorryman.
That's our half-light talking. I do wonder if I can do anything about that. But I'm more interested in the spilled contents at the back of the truck. I'm not 100% sure how it works here. Hey,
Looking for something?
the lorry driver recognizes you. No, not really. It might come in handy in a future date. Oh, that's the spilled goods over there. I wonder if I... Ooh, I can... Did you steal anything? No. I don't think this is the businessman. Humanox, there it is. This is a Faln. I don't think I talked to him yet. Let's look around a little. There they are. It's a cool detail that is actually kind of hard to notice. This is another truck. It also has spilled stuff back here. Huh. Either way, we're out of time for the day. So, for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Disco Elysium. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.